Hello, and welcome to the second episode of The Third Witcher. Let's continue
Bard's
with
tale begins
our
near
game.
White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
So, this guy has some kind of a quest for me, right?
What the?
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Thanks. Twisted Fire starter. Is that a reference to, what was it, the Prodigy song? Well, first I'm gonna collect some white myrtle. And maybe some Bebecane and Balis.
Bootprints. A man's. Large. Stinks of piss and vodka.
A goose. So now it joins a path. This all will sit in my inventory, right? Was it crow's eye or cow's eye? Damn.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
I don't see why would I need something else. Some fool's parsley, some blowball.
I can't decide. Should we draw it or no?
We've got to make soup out of something.
But Tosley said he'd not give his dog this water. Not with so many corpses rotting in it. It's sure to be poison.
Sure, not so sure. Who knows? Will you go to the well in Hovel instead?
Not on your life. I'd rather be ill than disturb a ghost.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape. Lost his boots in the rush.
What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
like you, White One.
No, of course.
Ours is a decent village.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Damn deer, stripped the bark off my trees again.
Tracks lead back to the village.
Me gran
I think
told me
those
about
plums are
Smith's
wreaking
boy.
havoc on me gut.
Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was
That
hunting
blood
nearby,
we're gonna
started
ignore, right?
poking him, asking. Well, he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Aye, so it were. Except it was some drowner that had sapped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it.
What did the folk do?
Looking for
They
trouble.
could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse to rest. Hush, hush, in a crypt.
Like crickets. You chew 'em or swallow 'em whole.
Trail's here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
Is this gonna be stealing? This might be.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him.
Nap.
Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I ain't not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
No.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
And I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp!
Oh, good luck with that.
Calm down. Now follow me.
Is he following me?
Gotta go. Apologize.
Yeah, just slowly. Really
Freak.
slowly. Can I somehow maybe...
Goidemar, will you raise a glass with me?
It's Dervan now. D-E-R-V-A-N. Not Goidemar.
But, what do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway? Dervan.
Nilfgaardian. My gran was from Nazaire.
Oh, so that's how it
Oh,
is.
there's the griffin.
It's
all right.
raining,
What do you say we go
pouring,
fishing?
and
We'll talk about this
burning,
later.
and
Guide you.
He bumped
Far
his head
away
when he
from
went
my
to
land.
bed and wet himself. Good morning.
What do you say? Who taught you that?
Chetty!
Now listen careful. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not to play with Chetty no more.
But Chetty's my best mate!
Chetty's a little fool who'll get us all killed. I see you with him again and you'll regret it.
All right.
Up and at 'em.
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You? I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. The Witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
Well, thank you, I guess.
Viper-eyed Hellraiser.
Oh, damn it. Tutorial continues, right? Wait, I have a crossbow? What I wanted to do... Yeah, it was... Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is my main quest. No, this one is in the ransacked village. Was it this one? Yeah. Damn it.
Don't you look at me.
So I assume the person is inside the house.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Fell dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
Now, where is this settlement? Over here. I think I saw plenty of question marks in this area. Oh, it's not plenty. But I see some of them. So can I... yeah. So I suggest we explore these two, then we go to the well, and maybe those things, and we can go to the village, right? That's the plan.
Come on, Roach. Whoa there, Roach.
Are you taking me to the thing or to my marker? Whoa.
Not so fast, Roach.
It's a lot of blood around here. The world is brimming with interesting places filled with danger or treasure. Such sites are marked on your minimap with the following icons. Oh, it's a fast travel thing. Broken bridge.
That's it, Roach.
Yeah, but can we still do something about it? Okay.
Faster.
Okay, you cannot jump, I see. But thankfully I can. I am not looking for trouble, I'm looking for exploration, so...
Come on, Roach.
Temeria! Don't
Wait,
let him catch his
but
breath!
you're deserters, right? Wait, guys, let me get my bearings.
Still!
Ow! Okay, at least we have grilled pork. We can, I assume, use it to... Did I consume it? I did not. I should consume it now. Linen, some hardened leather. Okay. Some more linen. What's that? Some vials. Pure silver. Okay, yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah. Item diagrams. Take diagrams to craftsmen with the proper skills to have them craft the item for you. Katakan decoction. And booze. If they still have the drinking game, then booze might be useful. No, no. Food and drink. Some quest items and something else. Oh, we have orans and we have florins. Okay. Pure silver. It is junk. A junk master item. Okay. Some items for crafts, some item for alchemy. But where was my warrior's leather jackets? Oh. Required level 13. Cool. No, thank you, I don't wanna meditate. Crap. What was the key binding to get into this menu? No, it wasn't tab. Some of it is blocked, right? Was it enter? No. Oh, it looks like enter, okay. Yeah, but still. Confusing. That's a lot of keys to bind, I must say. To bind. Place of power.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
I gained an ability point. Character panel. When you have gained a certain number of experience points, you advance to the next level. You get experience points for killing monsters and completing quests. You receive ability points every time you gain a level. Using these points, you can acquire new abilities or improve ones you already have. An ability's color indicates what branch it belongs to. Choose an ability and click on it using the right mouse button to develop it. Oh, I like science. So this is okay. We have Igni. Okay, let's see. So we either increase art range. We can permanently weaken enemy armor. This is what Irden. Increases sign duration and number of alternate mode charges. Standard mode traps. Okay. Green shield pushes opponents back when it breaks. Target does not move towards Geralt while he is casting Axi. That's cool and all, but I want to melt armor. For an ability to take effect, you must first activate it by placing it in any open ability slot. Inactive abilities will not have any effect. So not only I have to take it, but I also have to place it. You can deactivate abilities at any time and activate others in their place. Okay. Nope. Art Irden. Oh, come on. So yeah, this is just places it here. Now this thing will melt it, okay. Now where do we go? Now we go to the well. So it was 5 and 6 is Gwen. Okay, try to remember that.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least. Slower.
Shall I explore it then? Ooh. Emir Van Emrace rules to expand. He has trained his strategic brilliance on a singular vision, to conquer the world, though he rightly calls this not conquest but salvation. Yes, the Emperor of Nilfgaard sets the world alight with a torch of civilization. Trampling the still-warm corpses of his father usurpers, the Emperor seized the throne and began to assimilate the northern realms, one after the other. Terror engulfed the north. Only the Battle of Brenna slowed the Imperial army's march toward victory. A temporary peace then took hold, though none believed this mirage would last. Emir's aim to make the entire north a vassal of Nilfgaard remained unchanged. Emir used peace as a cover to intensify his political efforts. Now all can see their results. Chaos and disorder devour the Nordlings' states. Ridden with internal bickering and backstabbing, they near collapse. Only a strong ruler can grapple the dysfunction into function. Only a wise ruler can give vision to their blindness. Only a mere Vanham race can save the North, so our armies have again crossed the Yaruga for the third and final time. Does that look like a dead griffin? I find it strange that Geralt says nothing about the bird. Like, seriously? It's a giant bird corpse. And you don't want to say anything? Velen Longsword, Steel Sword, that gives me more damage and gives me a critical hit damage. But okay. So it is a monster item, right? There is also a preview item, right? Yeah, I don't see any difference, so.
Magic. A place of power.
Yeah, but I was there, right? I cannot collect stuff being on the horse, right?
The infamous well. A Moonwraith. Wonder what it's doing here.
Where is my bestiary? Devil by the Well. The residents of White Orchard had suffered more than their fair share of misfortunes. Passing armies had trampled their spring planting, a griffin had begun abducting their livestock, and the rotten icing on this painful cake, a Moonwraith haunted a nearby well. No wonder the locals called the final evil a devil. The Witcher could sense something bound her to this place, and that in order to send her off into the ethereal realms, he would first need to learn her secret. Once that was done, he would have to prepare for battle, and the Moonwraith is a demanding opponent. She can disorient her victim by blinding him and creating mirror images of herself. These copies slowly suck their victim's life energy while their mistress remains untouchable. In order to defeat her, the Witcher could not rely on his silver sword alone. The Irden sign would also be needed to trap her and force her to take on material form. Spectre oil might also be useful. Despite what is commonly thought, peasants do not interrupt their labors at midday to get out of the sun. They do so to avoid Moonwraiths. On particular searing summer days, when the sun reaches its zenith, rays will at times appear resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are Moonwraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Driven mad with pain or anger, they wander the fields searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals, though they will kill anyone there who does not get out of their way in time. They are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, If one ever finds a wedding ring or torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. What about the alchemy? Can I make the spectre oil? If I have arenaria and bear fat, okay, cool.
Something's tied the Noonwraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world. Strange, she's not attacking.
Yes, that's my first question. Why is she not attacking? What is it? Why can I not get any kind of description on that? What's ducal water? What am I picking up? A doll? What the hell is a doll? No, it's just a junk. Okay, but alright. Okay, that's ducal water. Let's see, that one is used in alchemy. What was the other thing that I picked up? Alcohest. It's also used in alchemy. So, alright, I'm just picking up some stuff that is used in alchemy. Ooh, a bear fat. You know what? Take all. Yeah, once again, let's take all of it. It's not like I know the difference between those things, so just grab them, you know. That's white myrtle. That one I know. Okay, obviously I am losing my grip on reality because I simply begin to take all of it. Why do I need hides? Can you explain me? A what? Okay, yeah, thank you. I never wanted to know this. Stop it. Crikes. I see we have a torch, right? How do I use a torch? Not like this, I believe. Like this. Oh! Nice.
A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More blood stains over there. But it's not his blood.
Follow the drag marks using your witch sense. Black magic doll. And yellow
Journal.
diary.
Might be useful.
27/3. It's happened. Volker sent a petition of our grievances against the Lord to the court at Vizima. Listed all the harm he's done us. How he killed Johann for not taking off his cap quick enough. How he trampled our fields when drunk with Neri a thought of repayment. how he barged in during Peter's wedding and demanded his right of the first night. Now we finally got what we begged Melitele for in our prayers for so long. The judge recognized our grievances and waived all our bonds and duties to the Lord. We can finally strike out on our own. At last we can live as free men. 12/4. The first day of our freedom. Hovell's not much of a village yet, but to my mind it's better than the most fantastic palace. Volker fumed our home with hazel wood smoke to drive out evil, buried a marten under the gate to make sure no thieves cross our threshold, and then he gave me a bracelet, the loveliest I've ever seen. Mother said it's foolish to spend so much on a bauble when we haven't plows nor hoes, and that we ought to return it to the merchant, over my dead body. I'll never take it off, it'll always be there to remind me of Volker, of how happy we were that day. 23/4. They say the Lord is coming to see us, that he wants to make a deal to beg us to return to the village. They say he's calmed since his son died, that he's not as quick to anger about small slights. Well, we'll see. One way or another, I've no intention to move 1 inch from here.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place.
What about that black magic doll? Oh, it's just junk. Okay, cool.
Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive. Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well.
Don't attack me, please. I'm simply investigating this stuff.
Stray too far from the well.
Okay, sorry.
Come on, come closer.
Hey, what's the button to quick load? It's F9, right? See quick save. There's no quick load? What?
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the source.
Palm prints in blood. Nope. Another print by... Noonwraith won't stray too far from the well. Oh, got too close.
What if I just flee the scene? She will not follow me, right? You're supposed to get trapped. Damn it.
She fled, but she'll be back tomorrow. Something's keeping her here. Noonwraith won't stray too far from the well.
Well, I see some great shrooms over here, so maybe that's what keeps her here.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right. A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
Can we use something more than hope? I think it would make sense to look for it in the water, right? Yeah. I can already see that. But I can also see this thingy. What's that? Take all of it. Yeah, not here. Okay.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
So nice of Geralt to actually pronounce this stuff. I don't see crap, so I'm relying on my minimap actually to navigate it because it's really dark.
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil, drink some potions.
Nah, you'll be good. Let's make a proper save, which I cannot do immediately. Thank you. And I also want to make a quick save.
bracelet. Igni.
Hello there. You.
Hey, I think it worked.
Not your lucky day.
Come here. Wait, this was it?
She's gone. For good.
Cool. You have found a mutagen. Use it to enhance your abilities or create a special potion called a mutagen decoction. Open the character panel to learn more. Well, I opened the character panel. It gives me vitality, right? So where do I move it? How do I activate it? I have also found a trophy, right? Consumables. But the torch is not as consumable. Oh, okay, I have a trophy, right? Bonus experience from humans and non-humans. Okay. So it's strapped to Roach. So, at the moment we have a choice that we either return to the White Orchard to report this quest, or we move to the ransacked village, or at least in this direction, right? I don't see you. There are a lot of them. Damn it. Yeah, there were 4 of them. Cool. Area liberated. So am I now a liberator? Yeah, there is a herbalist I can talk to.
What?
Farewell.
Yeah, but originally I was going in this direction. That's a giant as bear. No, thank you. Come on. Come on, we can do it. Ow! Damn it. That is not a bear. That is anything but a bear. Because this thing is gigantic. I mean, bears are big, but they're not colossal. Hunting boots. I do have boots, right? Yeah, I have hunting boots. No, thank you. And I have gained another ability point. I like places of power. They just give you ability points apparently. Hmm. Yeah, I can take Irden, but I cannot unlock it, right? So how about I just upgrade this one? Yeah, that was scary as hell. Where is my horse supposed to be? In this direction. So we check that another question mark, and I think we'll wrap an episode around there.
Go, go.
Okay, I see drowners already. Hey fellas. Hey, where are you running? Ah, that was one shot. Hey, no wood from him? Ooh. And I have some torn out page. Ekimara decoction. And Araka's decoction. Whatever that means. I do have some questions though. The raw meat is the only thing that I have, right? I don't like eating raw meat, although, like, yeah, I understand that I'm a witcher, so it's okay to eat raw meat. I actually like that one more, because it increases my critical hit chance. Let's put that one on. Oh, and it looks also cool. So, as I said, I'm going to wrap an episode around here. In the next one, we'll cross the bridge. We'll have a look over here, here. We'll check out those two. And we'll go to the ransacked village where we have our next quest. Keep pressing tab, just because I guess I want to. This is slightly irritating that I cannot save as much as I want to, because I need to wait for another save to complete or something. Anyway, as I've been saying, I'd like to wrap an episode around here. I'm pleased how that one turned out. We got rid of the devil in the well, as locals called this noon wraith. We are checking out some question marks. We found 2 places of power and a griffin nest. That was unexpected. I am confused why would not Geralt say a lot about it. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, I don't know. But yeah, this was it. I hope you enjoy my content. I hope you enjoy my gameplay. And in such a case, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.